This is the silver 10-year reading for the years 2020 through 2029. It's currently September 17th, 2022, roughly 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, so the overall theme and behavior for this 10-year period is a move higher through resistance, through key resistance on a multi-year chart. And then we stay above it briefly and break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter. Now, that's on a multi-year chart, so that shortly thereafter could be a year or two on a scale of a 10-year reading. Sorry, that's the theme. And then it's crossed with a intentional fake out, shake out, something like some sort of behavior, chart behavior that's intended to really make the retail investor do something they shouldn't do and lose their money. And yeah, that happens a lot, but in a 10-year scale, there'll be something that really stands out here. Very interesting. Behavior around the high. We're going to have rotation along a support level at the high. This is a high a support level that we had visited in the past. We visited it before. We're looking back at it. Interesting. Is that even? That's not necessarily the case, but we'll be rotating along a support level, and there's going to be a sharp dip within a period of sideways rotation along a support level. And that's near the all-time high for the 10-year period. Behavior around the low for the 10-year period. We have a decline after visiting an important crest or peak that will stand out on a multi-year chart. After visiting that briefly, we break down through multiple support levels to meet the low for the 10-year period. So 2020, an important price level, resistance level was highlighted, and we had some flattening out. There was maybe not that much volatility there around that price level. 2021, advised to be cautious, multiple false tops or bottoms, some sort of treachery possibly. 2022, we have a move higher through a move higher. It'll stand out on a multi-year chart. There's a move higher, followed by a full retracement of that move. An important bottom in 2023. Important bottom is met in 2023, and that's on a multi-year chart scale. Congress is highlighted in 2024. Interesting. Congress is highlighted. The government is highlighted in 2024. Well, this is more Congress. There's legislation. There's likely legislation having to do with metals. This could be where we see them take everybody's metals, because it happened once before, and that's a big. I saw that coming. I predicted this a long time ago, guys. When they started talking about, how they were going to give out trillions of dollars across the planet. Like officials only do something like that and say, "Oh, don't worry about inflation. Don't worry about inflation." When they have a backup plan, they don't do that without a backup plan. Their backup plan is to seize all the privately held metals, possibly silver, definitely gold, probably silver too. And if it takes place, this could be a year where it happens. That would be very much the treachery of a devil card as well. Interesting. And based on the theme of a move higher through resistance followed by a breakdown through that same price level, people probably know it's coming before it happens. We'll see. Maybe not. We'll see. 2025, we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance on a multi-year chart, followed by a breakdown through key support level on a multi-year chart. 2026, a decline that increases with momentum moving forward throughout the year. 2027, we have a rally that's halted by a notable drop through a critical support level on a multi-year chart. 2028, we have we go to break through a key resistance level again. It could possibly be the same one we saw in defeat, but we're expecting to break through it. But instead we fail. We break down through key support on a multi-year chart. 2029, a fast, sudden move to the upside on 2029. We're going to do a sneak preview for the next 10-year period. So that would be 2030 to 2039. We have a period of volatility that ends with a fast, sudden move to the upside. And any good trades that may be on this timeline are going to be related to the gain card. So a big move to the upside is involved in any good trades here. Let's see if we can find some relationships real quick. Let me see. Okay, so at the high we have a fake out. The queen of discs and the devil card related, so we have a high at the fake out. What else we got? Okay, how about the low? Let's see here. Yeah, the low here, the Hangman card and Indolence have a relationship, so we have the low here in that's 2027, and that makes sense. We revisit a past resistance level, and it looks like based on the chart behavior on multi-year, it'll look like people are expecting it to break through, but instead it's going to fail. That's we're talking about 2028 there, but the low here is 2027. Let's see if we can find any trade relationships here. Yeah, there's a trade opportunity here in 2021. What else? Interesting. So trade opportunity there. So my sense is that this is likely 2021. There was a high there. I mean, hard to say, but we may very well be. Based on what I'm seeing, this is the move higher, and then the breakdown through that same price level. So this is all bearish. I mean, this is this is bearish. I mean, this is all bearish out of 2022. So I'm going to be getting my family out of silver, and I'll be looking into the next couple of months with monthlies. If you're interested in those guys, the silver ones, unfortunately, those come at 2 weeks after the month has already started, because we have a customer that orders these private. He pays for them privately. So if you're interested in seeing those ahead of time, that's something that we actually have people paying for. Otherwise, you can wait until it comes out 2 months ahead of or 2 weeks after the month starts. All right, guys, that's silver for a 10-year period, 2020 through 2029. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, guys, that rule of karma. When you make money from this reading, pay a little bit of that forward, a little bit of that backwards. Make sure you spend it all out of love, and the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions. Ways that you can support the channel is by sending a little bit of that back our way to our Cash App or our YouTube. You can also go and buy and sell your commodities, your bullion through the link in our description. We have an affiliate that we recommend. We are affiliated with them, so that's a way to support the channel as well. Best of luck. Thanks for watching. Blessings. I'll see you on the next one.